Hi, I'm Scott Engel, Managing Director of RotoExperts.com. I am the king. I am fantasy. And today we go into the RotoExperts bullpen and take an in-depth look at some fantasy pitching aces who are in the news and creating buzz in fantasy and rotisserie circles. Dickey is off to kind of a bumpy start this year, and some, I think I'm kind of smart fantasy owners, or I think I want to be cute fantasy owners, are saying, I'm going to buy low on Dickey after the slow start. I say avoid the temptation. Dickey's second start of the year, he was getting his pitches up. He didn't have his location. Now, I'm not saying Dickey can't have a good sign, but I'm a conservative type of guy. I have always said, you've heard me say this ad nauseum, and I'm going to say it again, the knuckleball is a fickle pitch. Dickey told me himself when I interviewed him, okay? You can lose the feel at any time. Dickey, any knuckleball, even though Dickey throws a power knuckleball, is susceptible at any time to losing the feel and going into an extended cold streak that maybe could last for a full season. So I would hold off on Dickey now just to be conservative. If you're thinking of cutting Tim Lincecum because you want to get somebody on free agency and he's just driving you crazy, I say don't do it just yet, but you certainly have to be thinking about it, and I can't blame you. I really think the end of the line has come for Tim Lincecum as a quality starter, at least for now, unless Dave Righetti can work with him and maybe remake him as a pitcher. The location is consistently off. The velocity is not quite what it used to be. Lincecum, even if he struggles for one inning out of a complete start, he's hurting you a lot. I don't know what Timmy can do. He cut his hair. It didn't work. Nothing seems to be working for Tim Lincecum. But if he suddenly turns around and you dropped him, you might regret it. And Dave Righetti is a very, very good pitching coach. Maybe he can save him. But even when I talked to Righetti last year, he seemed baffled about what was troubling Lincecum. So Lincecum, the only answer you can have right now is bench him, don't cut him, don't try to trade him. You're not going to get anything. Everybody is so worried about Roy Halladay, and they don't know what to do about him if they own him. Should I sell him? What am I going to get from him? Probably nothing. Now, Roy Halladay is a smart veteran, and Rich Dubie's a good pitching coach. I think that they're going to try to remake Halladay, and it might take some time, and you might see him have a good second half. If you're thinking of buying low on Halladay, I would say don't do it. Right now, Halladay is just a name. The big problem with Halladay right now is his cutter, which is one of his signature pitchers, is flat. He gets it easily over the plate, and batters tee off on it. It's going to take some time. Roy Halladay may be able to remake himself, but you don't want to endure the statistical bumps while he does. Pettitte is more of an ace than people give him credit for. He came out of the gate strong this year. He's not going to get you a ton of strikeouts, but Pettitte has shown a propensity over the last year plus to get more strikeouts. It's almost like Pettitte has remade himself as a pitcher since he's returned to the majors, and he's baffling hitters on a consistent basis. A lot of fantasy owners don't want to touch Pettitte because of his age and the injuries last year. But if you don't want to make a blockbuster deal and you want to improve your fantasy pitching staff, make a trade for Pettitte of the Yankees. Everybody is talking about Matt Harvey everywhere in New York. You go to the hot dog guy on the corner, and you say, I want to get a Coke. He's like, you like Matt Harvey? It's like everybody's talking about it. It's Matt Harvey. The Mets announcers are already drawing comparisons to Dwight Gooden. They're mentioning Nolan Ryan. But while everybody's talking about Matt Harvey, Jonathan Niese will quietly get the job done. Everybody's trying to trade for Harvey. Why don't you target Niese instead? I was talking to John Buck recently about Jonathan Niese, and his changeup improved so much during spring training, and he's got a great cutter. He has the ability to throw 4 pitches effectively for strikes. And the changeup, the way it's working, is making the cutter so much more effective. If you can't get Matt Harvey and you don't always have to shoot for the top, Jonathan Niese is a great trade target if you're looking to improve your fantasy pitching. For all you daily fantasy baseball players, your new one-stop destination is RotoExperts.com/daily. And check out our nightly podcast every weeknight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturdays at noon Eastern, and Sunday at 12:30 Eastern. All the late-breaking news and info to help you set your winning lineup.